Welcome back, students. So today we are going to start with the new chapter, that is equilibrium. Now to introduce this chapter, first we have to understand the meaning of equilibrium. And the meaning of equilibrium we can understand considering two types of equilibrium. So let's start with the first type, chemical equilibrium. Now in chemical equilibrium, from lower standard we are studying the concept of chemical reactions. So chemical reactions, you know that for a particular chemical reaction we require a reactant and a product. So chemical equilibrium means when the rate of formation of the product is equal to the rate of consumption of the reactant, मतलब जितना reactant कंज्यूम हो रहा है, यूज हो रहा है, उसी वक्त उसी टाइम पे अगर उतना ही अमाउंट ऑफ प्रोडक्ट फॉर्म होता है, ओके, दैट स्टेज इज कॉल्ड इक्विलिब्रियम. And if we consider a chemical change, then the equilibrium is called chemical equilibrium. So in short, how we can define chemical equilibrium? The equilibrium existing in a chemical reaction when the rate of formation of the product is equal to the rate of consumption of the reactant, okay, or rate of forward reaction is equal to rate of backward reaction, then the equilibrium existing in that particular chemical reaction is called chemical equilibrium. So this was the first type. Now what is the second type? Physical equilibrium. So in physical equilibrium we can state or give the definition like this: the equilibrium which is existing between two physical states of the same substance, then the equilibrium is called physical equilibrium. Example देखते हैं. Example, ice getting converted to liquid means melting of ice. Ice getting converted to liquid water, and under suitable condition, if the same liquid water is giving us back ice, okay, for example you can show this process like this: forward process, melting of ice, okay, reverse process you can write down freezing of liquid water and obtaining ice back. That means when the rate of melting is equal to the rate of freezing is called physical equilibrium. Okay, physical equilibrium existing for this particular matter, which is nothing but water. Okay, so how we can define physical equilibrium? Equilibrium which is existing between the two physical states of the same substance is called physical equilibrium. Now few types they are given in our textbook for understanding the process of equilibrium. First one is liquid vapor equilibrium. So here we can consider water, okay, liquid water taken in a beaker, and we heat, okay, heating, okay, we heat this particular liquid water, and of course after some time we come to know that liquid water is getting converted to vapors. Can you see these molecules? So liquid water molecule first will reach the surface of the liquid and then they get converted to vapor. Now this is the situation in a open container where liquid water is getting converted to vapors and then vapors will escape into the atmosphere. Okay, but in the same process, if we have a closed container here, then what will happen? You take liquid water in a beaker and then we close the beaker with a lid and you start heating. Of course, after some time the liquid water will get converted to vapors, but vapors are unable to escape into the atmosphere in this case because the container is closed. So what will happen after some time? These vapors will strike the lid and again it will come back to the liquid surface. That means vapors are getting converted to liquid back. That means the process of condensation start. Condensation मतलब conversion of the vapors into liquid. And this will occur at the same time. So you can show this particular representation here for equilibrium. That means liquid water molecules are getting converted to vapors, unable to escape in this case. Unable to escape, so they will strike the walls of the lid, also the walls of the container, and they will come back or change back into the liquid form. So this process will take simultaneously at the same time, or we can say equilibrium is existing between liquid state and the vapor state of water. Okay, so it's an example of liquid vapor equilibrium. Now dear students, the last part for today, the equilibrium involving dissolution of solids in liquids or gases in liquid. अब यहाँ पे है the first example. You take any container and you take water, okay, and add salt. Add salt here, solid in liquid. So add salt in the water. 1 spoon you add in water, stir it, it will dissolve, salt will dissolve. Keep on adding and keep on stirring the solution. So what will happen at one stage you will find that you are adding the salt and stirring, while stirring the salt will dissolve. But if when you stop stirring process अगर stop करेंगे तो क्या होगा? If you stop stirring the solution, you will find that the salt in the form of solid, okay, they are settling at the bottom of the container. They will start settling down when you stop stirring. So in this case there are two processes taking place. One process is dissolution, means salt is getting dissolved in water when you stir the solution, and second process, after some time, if you stop stirring, salt is reappearing back and settles at the bottom. This is called crystallization. Crystallization. So at one stage, the rate of dissolution means dissolving process will be equal to rate of formation, that is crystallization process of salt. So when these two rates are equal, okay, then the solution which is obtained is called saturated solution of the salt, and the equilibrium, okay, in this case the equilibrium involving dissolution of solid in liquid. This type of equilibrium will exist. And the last one is dissolution of gas in liquid. Now we have water taken in a container and we pass gas. By any suitable physical method, we pass gas in this water. Container is kept open. What will happen? If the gas is soluble also in water, it will remain in the dissolved state for some time and it can escape. But here, if we have the container closed and we are applying pressure. Means the gas is passed in the water. Now it is a solution, gas passed in water, and then we apply pressure. So when the pressure is applied, what will happen to the solubility of the gas in water? अगर आप प्रेशर अप्लाई करेंगे गैस पे तो क्या होगा? Gas will be more soluble in water. It will be more soluble. More the pressure, more will be the solubility. मतलब जितना भी गैस का मास आपके पास अवेलेबल है, the mass of the gas, okay, available will be highly soluble in water if you apply more pressure. So the relation that we get for this particular process is mass of the gas is directly proportional to the pressure applied on that particular amount of the gas in the solution. So if more the pressure, more will be the solubility of that particular mass of gas in the solution. So M directly proportional to P, or M is equal to Kp, where K is the Henry's law constant, because this particular relation was given by the scientist Henry, okay, and we get a statement for this law from this particular process that solubility of particular mass of gas increases with the increase in the pressure on that particular mass of gas in the solution. Direct relation between mass of the gas and pressure applied. So that relation was given by Henry, and the law is called as Henry's law. Okay, and this is the equation for Henry's law. Okay. So with this particular part we come to the conclusion of this particular lecture. So today we have introduced the chapter equilibrium, and you have studied two types, chemical and physical equilibrium with example. Okay, and this particular part you have studied equilibrium involving dissolution of solids in liquid. This one where we have studied saturated solution formation, and lastly dissolution of gases in the liquid, which was explained by Henry. So here we have studied Henry's law, and this is the final equation. Okay, so we'll continue with the chapter in our next lecture. Any doubts from this part you can ask. Okay, PDF already sent to you. Okay, so write your notes in your chemistry copies. Keep your copies ready. So that's all for today. We'll continue next time. Have a nice day. Thank you.